Hello, this is D. Ocean Swagger with an entirely new deck of cards called the Northern Lights cards, A Journey to Insight by Jadriana Lee. This is a different deck than I normally use. I found it at a thrift store. I talked about this last night. My phone ran out of battery and I actually fell asleep waiting for it to charge. It was charging so darn slow. But I just wanted to give people a chance to experience these cards because they've been very accurate, really. Just once again proving my theory that if you're a good reader, you can read any cards, really. If they speak to you, they have to speak to you, though. These did in a kind of a weird way. Hey, Richard. Hi, Les. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm waiting for a few people, so I'm sort of vamping until people come in. Um, so basically, I just found them at a thrift shop. I explained this last night. I just found them at a thrift shop for $8, and they kind of called my name. And they turn out to be really different. They have 3 different sections. Instead of having the 4 suits that tarot cards have, they or something like the Native American cards have, which is another entirely different system. This one has 3 different groupings. That is the musher cards that look like that. They all look like that. The team cards, which look like that, and the journey cards, which look like that. And this is written in an entirely different way. So if you want to experience that, get in line. Hey, Pam. You know what? I don't know. I thought I would ask you if you knew anything about this, Pam. My MeWe groups both were down for a while, and they were acting like I never had anybody in the group, like it was a brand new group or something. It was really weird. And I'm like, is that why, I'm like, hey guys, and nobody's there. I go in to say, hey, and no, it's like it's a brand new group and nobody's in it. It was really weird. It was like an alternative reality. So I'm feeling a little better tonight. I didn't feel that great last night, but I felt like I owed you something. We went through the full moon and everything, and I have not been able to get videos done. I have not been able to get live streams. I've just been too much going on. But yeah, it's okay now, or it seems to be okay right now. But for a while, it was just gone. It was like I had never done. It was weird, and I checked it just before I came in, and it seems okay. I'm not sure though. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, it's going to be kind of first come, first served. Like always, if you want a reading, you're welcome to have one. And here, let me get my banner on just in case anybody wants to reward me with PayPal. Just in case, you know, it could happen, huh? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they were. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't get stuff to happen yesterday there. It was really strange for like yesterday and the day before. And here I am yawning again. How in the heck is this possible even? Okay, yeah, I know. Isn't it strange? It's like a lot of us are just not on social media like we once were, you know? I understand that because I'm not on social media like I used to be. And I mean, part of it is it's almost, oh, here, let me get my camera, try to get my camera in a little bit better angle here. Um, Social media can be very adversarial right now. It's almost scary. So, I mean, you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful about having an opinion. Um, and I really don't care. Like, people, as far as I'm concerned, if people disagree with me, they just disagree with me. And one of my best friends and I really don't agree about everything, but we respect each other enough to be able to disagree politely with each other and not um, harass each other about it. It's like called being civil, being polite, being grown up, being, uh, you know, uh, like, when did it become normal to act like an idiot? Well, thank you, Pam. I guess it happens, though. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's all planned that people become kind of idiotic. And by Brano, if any of you know that reference, it's from a movie called Idiotocracy by Brano. um, and if you haven't seen the movie, it's a kind of a B movie, but it's still a good movie. Okay, I think I like that view best. That seems to be really, you can see everything. How's that? Oh, I want to show you. I found these beads. They're little blue eyes. I'm going to be making stuff with it. They're evil eye beads, but they're so cool. They're so funny. I had to get a string. Um, Thank you, Pam. You did get notification. Okay, wonderful. Because sometimes not a soul gets notified, or maybe one person does. And everybody else says, no, I didn't get any notice. I just happened to notice you were on. Uh, oh my goodness, really, Pam? Oh, I'm going to have to send some energy towards that, Pam. Um, I'm not trying to leave you in the lurch by not doing these kind of healing ceremonies. I've had so much to do here. I'm spreading myself. I get tired. Let's just put it that way. I'm kind of spread kind of thin sometimes. I've also been fighting my own things that I have to, I've also been trying to heal myself of some things. Um, but that sounds really horrible. And do they know the cause? Yeah, we will stop for a moment. And everybody who's on this stream right now, if you would please, I'm asking for our guardians, guides, helper, angels, and other helpful beings, and God, and Mother, and Father. Please Protect us while we do this. The guardians of the directions, the guardians of above and below. Okay, please cleanse our circle and purify it. And we are asking for healing for all of those who need it at this point, within earshot of this, whenever they hear it, whenever they see it, whenever they need it. I'm sending energy. I'm sending angels and helpful beings. The Arcturians also help with healing. So I would ask for the Arcturian healers to go to these places, all of these places, because I know that Pam's not the only one who is having loved ones who are experiencing extreme difficulties. So we haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to do this now. I'm sending out the love. I'm sending out the groups that take care of these things. You know who you are, beings of light. We need to do some more healing work. And I want to thank you very much for being here. And I want to thank you very much for guarding us. And I want to thank you very much for all that you do to help us, because we're a team. And I'm grateful. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Gemini. I had my eyes closed, so I didn't see you walk in, but it's nice to see you, loves. My beloved family, I love you all so much for showing up too. I miss you so much. I just miss you so much, really. Uh, and there are times when I've come in and I've tried to explain this when there's nobody on MeWe, and MeWe isn't even. Yesterday I came in and it looked like MeWe was a brand new group and nobody was in it. It was really weird. So I've had many weird things happen like that. Are we shifting dimensions, I wonder? I don't know. Or timelines? What is going on? Yes. So and specifically to you and your daughter and her second child, and also to Tanya, who I know you have been having problems, and anybody else who has them. who is having problems. Sending you love, healing, angels, and the nature spirits to soothe you. We actually have many angels, and yes, I sure do believe in angels. And anybody can argue with me or fight me over it, and it doesn't matter one bit. They are there for us to call on. They're ours. They've been given to us. They're ours. We actually, the angels are, that's what they do. They wait for us to ask, to instruct them what needs to be done. And some of the nature spirits, too, some of the elementals and stuff, they're standing there waiting. Okay, so what needs to be done? That's the question if they have. It's like, okay, you're a human, you're divine. What needs to be done in this realm? So we have to tell them what needs to be done. So do so. Oh, you're twerking your way into the chat. I got some cards I think you will like, Barry. Like I said last night, Todd came in for a while too last night. And it was too bad because what my phone's been doing, something's going on with my phone. It'll look like it's charged up 100%, and then like a few minutes after I start, it's 5%. I'm like, no, this can't be. That's just wrong. So, okay. And people are still coming in and saying hello to each other. We're such a polite bunch of people. I see so many people coming in that I don't always see. Hey, this is great. I'm so glad to see you. Uh, so Pam, if you can help me or somebody help me. Hi, how you doing? Oh, woo, you want to be Googled, huh? All right. I'm doing a live stream right now to my friends. Or I'd talk to you more, okay? Thank you, dear. I have my window open, so my neighbors, it's kind of like I'm on the front porch. The way that I have my front room set up now is sort of like I have a front porch, because if I open the windows, I can talk to my neighbors as they go by walking their dogs. I really missed having a front porch, okay? I really missed it, and I really missed being able to talk to my neighbors as they go by. It's just I haven't had that in so long, and it's a wonderful thing. But we may from time to time have one of my nice neighbors come up and say, "Hey, what's up?" But I love it. Yes. Oh, Texans are great. Really, I love Texans. Yeah, and yeah, Barry, you're so polite. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh so hard. Yeah. Between the nose hairs and the farts, Barry, I don't know. Now I laugh. Some people get a little offended, but I laugh. I don't get offended by that. You know what? I've lived in Kent. There's not much you can do to me. There are some things, but oh, it's my battery. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're polite and weird. There you go. Be polite and weird. And don't forget to fly your freak flag. Okay, so who are we starting with? If somebody would help me count this off, like who wants a reading first? Or does anybody want a reading? If you do, please speak up. Because these are very different. I'm kind of, I've had very good results with them, though. I gotta say, they're doing good. Oh, and my pretty shells I'm making. I'm making these little gizmos here, these little shells, putting things on. I have some prettier ones than that even. I'll have to show you. Okay, Richard does, and he was the first one in. So he's first. Okay. Like usual, all you have to do is just tell me when to stop shuffling. And we shall see what they have to say. And I will use the spread. I always use the medicine wheel spread because it's so handy and addresses different areas of your life. So please scream, stop, when you want me to stop shuffling. Okay. Okay. First card is a destination card. That's an interesting way to start with the destination. And the next one is nutritional supplements. Okay, so in the East, destination, nutritional supplements in the South, divine love in the West. That's really interesting. This looks interesting so far. Honesty up in the North. And the central card is artisan. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so I have to read it because this is a new deck. I have absolutely no idea what to tell you about this deck yet, much. Although some of it is kind of, self-explanatory. I mean, nutritional supplements, but the book does offer you a little bit more explanation of that. So let me get to that into the section that says journey first. And number 6. Okay. Let's see. Number 6. Okay. A brand new journey. Destination. Right there it is. Okay. And it says reaching a destination is the result of envisioning the goal or direction and having the will and power to move toward it. This card is a reminder to hold a clear image of where you intend to go, even if you're not sure you know. Although you can hold the intent of getting there and the feeling of already being there, it is critical for you to now have a symbolic visual image. A crown, a flag, a mountain, a diploma, something that represents your destination. Use the power of your third eye to focus on the metaphorical image that works for you and observe the amazing shifts that follow. Well, obviously, I know. That's why I say I've been having good results with these cards, even though I have never heard of them in my life. I have never known anybody who's ever read these. Now, this is the East, and this is the beginning. The beginning is the destination. It says start the journey by knowing where you want to go. keeping in mind where you want to go, which is good advice anyway. Keep in mind where you want to go. Keep your eye on the goal. Keep your course on the destination. No, it'll keep you on course. Think about your destination. Okay, the next one, nutritional supplements. Kind of self-explanatory once again. We're talking about, and it is a musher card, what they call a musher card. That's where the sled dogs, are the pictures. Okay, and it says number 17, nutritional supplements. And this is South, and very interestingly, this is where physical fitness and health and youth, childhood, summer, but really physical health is, and love also is often down here. Okay, sometimes this is love life, a lot of times this is also your health. So it says nutrition and supplements. Mushers and dog teams alike are engaged in intense physical exercise on the trail. Food supplements can help ensure that their body's needs for minerals, vitamins, enzymes, and amino acids are met, especially when eating in a hurry or using frozen or dried foods. Supplements provide key ingredients that might be missing from a diet due to lack of fresh fruits and vegetables. Less nutritionally potent foods that have been processed or exposed to pesticides, or even the body's inability to properly assimilate all that it needs. Consider seeing a practitioner who can help identify what your body might be asking for at this time. You may be surprised what you learn. Okay. That's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. And if you haven't figured it out yet, get some help figuring it out. I'm a practitioner. 11, but it's saying you do need nutritional supplements right now, which most of us do, actually. It's not just you, Richard. Number 11, how interesting for you. Over here in the West, divine love. Well, well. You have a little girly friend, do you? Yeah. Or maybe you will. Or, let's see what the card says. Divine love. Picture yourself as a musher standing in fresh snow, gazing into the night sky as you prepare to embark on your journey. Your team is excited, awaiting for the signal to go, and as your eyes adjust to the darkness, you feel the embrace of a loving universe, infinitely connected to all other sentient beings. As the feeling grows, you see a pulsing, shimmering phenomena in the sky, the aurora borealis. Moving bands of purple, orange, green, and pink sparkle and move as if the earth herself is breathing and communicating with you. All is one in this world. Only love is real, and you are a part of it in ways you can feel with all your senses. A dog on your team nudges your knee and asks to be petted. You respond without breaking contact with the heavenly sights above. Your connection is absolutely complete as you anchor to the earth and feel the warmth and fur of your companion and team member, while knowing divine love surrounds and empowers you both. Well, that's a beautiful thought, isn't it? That's a beautiful card. Divine love. Oops, I just dropped some of my paint pens on the ground. Okay. So, wow, that is pretty cool. Honesty is up in the north. Now, remember, over here, this is the flow, this is water, this is goals and dreams. And I have a funny feeling, since it's across from destination, you look at cards that are across from each other, destination, divine love, that these two cards are really related to each other. So, because this is the area where your goals and dreams would be. And your emotions are also usually here because water is emotions. So, pay attention to your dreams. Hold on tight to your dreams, as the song says. Up there in the north, it says honesty. Now, north is the place of the elder, solidity, it's earth. See where this is air over here in the east, and this is fire down here in the south, and the west is water. Up there in the north is solidness, stone, earth. And what you have there is honesty. And this is like needs to be the bedrock, basically. And doesn't it always? I mean, doesn't that always help? If you can find an honest person, let me find the page for this. Honesty. It's a musher card. I have to get used to this. So I have to look in the musher section. Okay, honesty. Here we go. Honesty is most often considered, I'm going to put the card closer so you can see it. Honesty is most often considered a virtue measured by one's expression of the truth to others, but it can also be a powerful quality when directed inward. Allowing the full flow of one's emotions within helps support your connection to the true inner self. Denying one's flow and expression by refusing to feel or hear one's real self could be considered disloyal or dishonest. Interesting. And your flow is divine love. That's in the flow area. Allow this possibility to resonate through your body and talk about it with a trusted friend, a counselor, or higher power. Determine for yourself whether the current reference is about external or internal honesty. Then have the courage to listen, trust, and act upon your own inner wisdom. And somebody across the street, oh boy, there are ambulances out there. Say a prayer. Sending angels, whatever's going on, please assist. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. So look within, find the truth, and be honest with yourself, and act on your own inner wisdom, it says. And that's pretty good advice, I guess. And the central one is artisan, which makes all kinds of sense to me. Yes, makes all kinds of sense to me. Hang on. I told you these were pretty good. That kind of surprised me. I didn't know what to think of them, but when I started working with them, I realized they're actually pretty good. Okay, let's see. Artisan. Here's the artisan card. And all of the team cards look like a husky. A term not familiar in our vocabulary these days, an artisan lives life through a different set of lenses than many others, seeing color and form, beauty and emotion in objects, nature, and media. An artisan on your team would bring a new perspective to your daily life. And perhaps you are an artisan but have suppressed your vision or senses. Either way, this card is a reminder to engage in a broader range of perception and view all that exists in the world around you, and perhaps learn to express what you feel through a new medium. A new medium. Wax, fabric, paper, metal, stone, ink, charcoal. The media are endless for your expression. Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? Aw. Yeah, and my cowboy is right here. He's nearby. He's looking. My little cowboy's lurking. You know what? I got to tell you guys something, but I will finish this reading first. Anyway, Richard, do you have any questions about any of this? I think it's pretty straightforward, though. I'll wait a minute for Richard to get back to the keyboard. Because, to me, I don't think I have to explain this. This is dead on. Really. Yeah, that's what I thought, Richard. Pretty dead on for you. Since you are an artisan, makes perfect sense. Just keep up your strength with the nutritional supplements. Les is next, okay? Les, please tell me when to quit shuffling. We'll tip this up a little bit so that you can see something besides just nothing. Okay. Yes. Okay. The next sacrifice. I don't know, Les. I don't think you're a virgin. I could be wrong, I guess, but eh. Hello, Jim. You're back. Yay. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Somebody died. Another person died. I'm really sorry to hear that. Stop. Okay. And that's just my way of including you in it because the cards that come up are going to be your cards, I think. Okay. I just like to include people in the process. It draws them into their own reading here. After all. Okay, the first one is a musher card, and it is honesty. Well, how about that? Here we go again. Honesty. And I'll read it again. What the heck? Musher card, honesty. And see if I get anything just slightly different for you. 12. Oops, wrong section. Okay. Musher cards, here they are. Okay, before I get into his reading, I just want to tell you that because it is so strange to me, I'm having a little trouble with my little cowboy, only because he sheds all year and it's fuzzy, a fuzzy undercoat because he's a Manx, and that's what they do. It's normal. But it gets up my nose and I have allergies. Not to cats particularly, but to fluffy stuff up my nose in general. I don't put too much up my nose. But somebody offered me $50 for him. You know? And although I'm having some issues, I just can't bear to sell my little Manx Mellow for $50. I can't do it. I mean, yeah, he's my little cowpoke now. And he's done so well here. He's slimmed down, he's gotten healthier, he's gotten livelier. I put him on decent food. He never had that before. I took the mats out of his fur. His fur is getting very nice now. He's beautiful now. He's just beautiful cat. And from what I hear, the person he would be going to has a cat. Well, let's just say he wouldn't be getting the same kind of care. I don't want to be judgmental, but I hear that the cat that she has, that she wants him to be a companion for, a female cat who is very, very chunky. I mean, seriously, seriously. And that's okay. It's your pet, but that usually means to me they're getting the wrong food. If they're so chunky they can't hardly move, because cats have cartilage in places where we have bone. And it has got to be particularly miserable for a creature that's used to having an elastic spine and so much ease of movement to suddenly have not hardly be able to move like poor Cowboy was. He was very lethargic when I got him. And now he frisks around, he wants to play. He's licking himself again, kind of taking care of his own grooming more. He's just so happy here. He's just so happy. And I can't stand it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love that. He's a great actor, isn't he? Yeah, I'm taking my allergy meds and just saying I'm sorry I can't. It's not that I don't need money, honey, but you know what? I don't sell off members of my family. I just don't. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, it'll be very empty without Cowboy. I can't stand to think of it. Ah. So, yeah. I just could, I'm like, well, I was so surprised. It's like, what? Well, he's a Manx. He's a rare cat, for one thing. He's also a nice, docile male, which would go fine if you have an older female cat and you want a companion. However, uh, that doesn't negate the fact that now he's my little partner and a member of my family. Uh, okay. Eller pet. Okay. Because really, I don't generally have trouble with cats. But he is a Manx and he's a little different. And his undercoat, which he sheds constantly on my sheets, because he has a corner of the bed that he sleeps on. And he is constantly, and when you pet him, he's constantly losing very fluffy fur. a very fluffy undercoat. That's what it is. And it even makes his nose itch. And pretty soon I'll be posting one where he's using my finger to scratch his nose because his nose is itchy. He's so cute. I love him. I can't get rid of him. But thank you, Jim. Let's get on with the reading for less here. Honesty is such a lonely word. Honesty is most often considered a virtue measured by one's expression of the truth to others, but it can be a powerful quality when directed inward. Allowing the full flow of one's emotions within helps support your connection to the true inner self. Denying one's flown expression by refusing to feel or hear one's real self could be considered disloyal or dishonest. Allow this possibility to resonate through your body and talk about it with a trusted friend, counselor, or higher power. Determine for yourself whether the current reference is about external or internal honesty, and have the courage to listen, trust, and act upon your own inner wisdom. So that is the start of this. The next one, and that is the East. And I've explained what the East is. Okay, the next one is you get the destination card down here in the South, and I mixed them up pretty good. Oh my gosh, are we doing this again? A lot of us are going, well, yeah, it makes sense that a lot of us will be getting the same cards. But I mixed them up. You saw me. But you've got a lot of the same cards. Okay, destination again. Wow. Okay. Let's see if anything else pops up for you. If this, basically that one was about, I'm trying to learn these, so I'm trying to remember, but it seems like what that one was all about was envisioning your goal. And this is down in the South, which is, like I told you, sometimes it's love, it's fire. So it's love and passion. It can be physical fitness, health, something you're passionate about, but it is the fire element. So based on that, reaching a destination, the result of envisioning the goal or direction and having the will or power to move toward it. And in this case, the fact that it's got the fire, I'm getting a message of fuel, having enough fuel. This card is a reminder to hold a clear image of where you intend to go, even if you're not sure you know. Although you can hold the intent of getting there and the feeling of already being there, it is now critical for you to have a symbolic visual image. Like a crown, a flag, a mountain, a diploma, or maybe, this is me adding maybe a sigil, maybe anything that you can hold in your mind that represents your destination. Use the power of your third eye to focus on the metaphorical image that works for you and observe the amazing shifts that follow. So it is saying for you also, you need an image in your mind of what you're trying to achieve, where you're trying to go. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get rid of him. I have to brush him every day, though. And I have to vacuum the floor every day. So I have a few ideas what I can do about it. Okay, here once again, the artisan. Les, if you have some kind of a talent, art talent, it's saying it's time to bring that forward now. And really, if that's not something you've been pursuing, it's probably something that would make your heart happy. Whether or not it will make money, we'll see. Let me see if that's in here too, anywhere. or whatever it is you wanted to do. But the important thing is, if you are a creator, you must create. Artisan, a term not as familiar in our vocabulary these days, an artisan lives life through a different set of lenses than many others. Seeing color and form, beauty and emotion in objects, nature, and media, an artisan on your team could bring a new perspective to your daily life. Perhaps you are an artisan but have suppressed your vision or senses. But either way, this card is a reminder to engage a broader range of perception and view all that exists in the world around you, and perhaps learn to express what you feel through a new medium. Wax, fabric, paper, media, metal, stone, ink, charcoal. The media are endless for your expression. And if it's not you, then maybe you need an artisan in your life. So this is self-expression once again. To me, this would be like the self-expression card would be. And it's the flow. And yes, it is. Flow. You know what? And I'm going to say over here, honesty, artisan. You know what? You need to find a job that really fits you. That's what this is saying. You need to find a job that really fits you and be honest with yourself about it. Because this is where the money and the job and everything, this is where the goals and dreams and emotions, one that fulfills you emotionally too, not just money. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's really necessary now, more than even ever before, that whatever you choose to do to make money, to have a living, is in sync with your heart, that you are following your heart, and that you can be passionate about it and love it, enjoy it, because that's what's going to sustain you. And now here, look, nutritional supplements in the north. That's what's going to sustain you. And that's in the place of the home or the elder or wisdom or winter. I don't know if you're in that business, but you might want to go into that business. But seriously, all of us need nutritional supplements because they're putting so much crap in our food. We just need it. Once again, I would say I'm not a doctor and yada, yada, yada. I can't do any of that. However, I can tell you that I have had a lot of success with Regal Zetox, clearing out all of the toxins and poisons. And if you're worried about something like we've talked about spike proteins, and if you don't know what that's about, I have past videos that will explain that to you. Because the guy who invented mRNA talks about the dangerous spike proteins. And there's another doctor, I think I posted the link to that one, that talks about the dangerous spike proteins that are going to be shed. And we're all going to need, what we're really going to need is nutritional supplements, because our food has been so polluted and has been basically all the nutrition sucked out of it. And so I would say that's kind of self-explanatory too. I read that earlier. I don't think I have to read that one again. That's something that really all of us are dealing with. And once again, divine love. And divine love's not necessarily, it looks like it's not necessarily of a person, but just love in general. And that seems to be central right now. That's right in the center of your reading. And what's in the center of your reading is the central issue. So right now, divine love is your central issue. I'll read it once again just to make sure. Let me find it. 11. See if anything else comes out while I'm doing it here. Divine love. Picture yourself as a musher standing in fresh snow, gazing into the night sky as you prepare to embark on your journey. Your team is excited, awaiting your signal to go. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you feel the embrace of a loving universe, infinitely connected to all other sentient beings. As the feeling grows, you see a pulsing, shimmering phenomena in the sky, the aurora borealis. Moving bands of purple, orange, green, and pink sparkle and move as if the earth herself is breathing and communicating with you. All is one in this world. Only love is real, and you are a part of it in ways you can feel with all of your senses. A dog on your team nudges your knee and asks to be petted. You respond without breaking contact with the heavenly sights above. Your connection is absolutely complete as you anchor to the earth and feel the warmth and fur of your companion and team member, while knowing divine love surrounds and empowers you both. You know what? I gotta say, the truth of this card for me is there seems to be really no purer love than our pets. And most of the time, not just our pets for us, but us for our pets. It's about the purest love you can find. And they remind us how to love. They remind us what love feels like. They're there maybe when everybody else is shunning you, maybe when nobody else is paying attention to you. They're there for you. And to me, I think they offer us the purest experience of love because they are untainted by all of the social media crap. They're untainted by, their family's opinion of you. They're untainted by society's opinion of you. It's just if you love them and feed them and are generally a decent person to them, they'll love the heck out of you until the day they die and beyond. They are the purest love. Next to mother's love, for some of us, we got that from her mother in the womb, but not all of us, not even then. That's what the most we get on this planet is usually from our pets. Just a thought. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think most of you have experienced this. Okay. Okay. Okay, give me a moment. Gemini is next. Aw. That's sweet of you, Gemini. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are having some crises right now. Here too. Les, do you have any questions about this? I'm going to ask Les, is this reading clear to you? Before I fold it up. Please do respond with either yes or no. And I know there's a lag. Okay. Yes. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think I can fold this now. He's not saying anything. I think he got it a while back there. It's pretty obvious. Nothing surprising really. Okay, Jim. I'm waiting on you. Whoa, one fell out. The one that fell out is nutritional. You know what? I think we all need them. Maybe we all need them. Yeah, maybe that's like a really main thing right now. I know I have mine that I take all the time, or I wouldn't be able to keep my wits about me at all. They keep me from being completely, dysfunctional. Oh, that's so. I'm gonna put that one up. You have a lot to think about. Well, yeah, that is the way it works. Yep, Liz. Yep. Well, it is a big thing to change completely. Your life is going to change depending on what happens here. I've heard of that very often. I've heard of it often. If they are permitted, the pet will show up. Okay. Sorry about that. Will. Interesting. Linda, you get Will. I believe it. You're a very strong-willed woman. And that is a good thing. Thank you, Pam. Wow. This is completely different and very interesting. Whoa. Well, Linda. Oh, leave it to you to get entirely different cards. Your first one is Will. And I haven't read that one yet. I haven't read some of these. Wow. Yes. Okay. Over here in the direction of the east, and I explained what east is Will. That's a destination card. It's a journey card, rather. Journey. Okay, will. Many of us, through the strength of will, make things happen in our lives and protect ourselves from control by others. But divine will is much more beneficial. Go within and listen to your inner self. Are you using sheer determination to manifest things in your life? Are you allowing a higher power to work through you? Although it may feel like giving up, you might consider surrendering to a will that is infinitely powerful and able to bring beautiful people and changes into your life. Consider aligning your will with the divine will and watch the amazing transformation that follows. Well, that's interesting because I know you have a very strong will, but it's saying you really need to work in cooperation with what the divine is bringing you. And this is yourself. You are divine. Your divine self is bringing you opportunities. So that's very interesting start. That's money, messages, new things, stuff on the mental plane. That's air. This is fire. This is south. It says hat. It's a musher card. Is 7. And I think maybe the numerology of these cards might be interesting too. You might want to note it. What the numerology of some of these is might be kind of interesting. Okay, hat. A hat is an important safety item for mushers because it protects them from losing too much heat from the top of their head. Despite the heat that builds up in the body from exertion or running along with the sled, the mushers must be careful not to expose themselves to the threat of frostbite and lose the heat their bodies need to cope with the climate. Just as a bear retreats into its cave to hibernate in the winter, we must cocoon our physical bodies in a protective environment during harsh weather. In this state, we can also access critical information that resides within us. Similarly, humans must maintain the integrity of their physical power by protecting the crown. And I think they are probably also talking about the crown chakra. We must allow energy to flow through our entire being evenly, staying grounded so that we do not lose the energy by focusing up and out of our body. A hat is symbolic of this activity. And one of the things I'm getting from this, and I have, is that I think that's why I'm the hat woman. Is because, I mean, why I wear all these hats and stuff. I had a problem for years and years and years and years grounding. And wearing a hat, among other reasons, but wearing a hat helps me focus on staying in my body and protects my crown chakra and helps keep me grounded, I believe. That is part of it. I feel more grounded with a hat on. So you might also take that as a similar symbol and find yourself a hat that you like. That might be good to find yourself a particular hat that you call your thinking cap. But anyway, this is in the direction of sometimes it's love, sometimes physical fitness, but it's fire, sometimes childhood, sometimes summer. But once again, I think this is about your passion. You need to stay grounded. Now it's funny because this card came up for another person, and he had just gotten done telling me about this accident he had as a kid, right across the street from here, where he literally broke his crown. Jack fell down and broke his crown. Well, he actually did and had to go to the hospital. And was never quite the same. But it was interesting because I said, well, you've got to do things to protect your crown chakra. And this came right up. Anyway, over here in the direction of the flow and the direction of the west is spouse. That's interesting. One, spouse. Teammate, team member, spouse. If you have a spouse or significant other in your life, they can provide a very grounded balance for you at this time. Their love for you will help you find focus and centering that is critical to the current phase you're dealing with. Do not underestimate their ability to support you. If you do not have a partner in your life, you might benefit from prayer or meditation on the characteristics that your ideal spouse would possess so that you can receive further guidance on your task at hand. Also consider the importance of the number 1 in your life on the calendar in reference to a year, age, address, room number, or some other numerological connection. And it has to do with the first chakra. You know what? This has to do a lot with protecting your first chakra, too. This has a lot to do with keeping yourself grounded. I'm getting that very strong. It's almost like you want to fly away. Things are crappy in the world and you want to fly away. So do I. I do understand. I do understand. But you have to stay in your body to get things done, to manifest your dreams. And I'm also getting that spouse doesn't necessarily have to be someone you're married to, but it's somebody you're in a strong partnership with, even if that somebody is not in a physical body. Now this is really interesting. Up top, in the place of the home or the wise elder or winter or solidity, is sensuality. And that is number 9. Number 9, number 9. It's a musher card. And the musher cards are usually action that need to be taken. I'm seeing, at least that's the way it seems, some kind of action or quality. It's an active thing. Anyway, or something that supports that action. Yeah, these are all things in the musher that supports. Yeah, that seems to be what it's about. Okay, sensuality. Allow yourself to find ways to enjoy tactile pleasures. The softness of your pet's fur, delicateness of a flower against your face, bare feet in the grass, or the warm sand, with water swirling around your ankles, diving into a cool lake on a hot day, or imagine the fragrance of spices, baking bread from cooking, and the flavors and seasonings involved in the creative process in a kitchen. Be alert to any heightened or diminished sense of taste. And in light of what we're going through, this is, remember, a symptom. A diminished sense of taste or smell. It's just interesting. And a side note, doesn't mean that's what it is. But once again, this is a lot about grounding. It says if you've drawn this card, it's calling you to be open to a myriad possible avenues of interacting with the physical world through your body. Your body is your connection between the light essence of your true self and the beautiful physical earth. See, it's exactly what I just said. You connect with this world. And we do this by sensuality, using our senses. That's how we connect with this world and ground ourselves, keep ourselves from flying away. Yeah. This is about grounding yourself and keeping yourself in this world, in physicality so you can be effective. Because a lot of us have a tendency to fly away, that fly away spirit. We want to go places. But remember, when you go out, you need to come back. You really need to come back. Your body needs you to function right. Your body cannot function right if you're absent. So it really needs you. At the top of sensuality is 9. And here we go again. And here's another 9. Another 9. But this is a team card. And it says lover. Isn't that interesting? Linda, something's up. Something's up. Something's up for you. I think something's getting ready to happen. You may be surprised. I don't know. I'll read this though. All our relationships involve heart connection, an opening and sharing of divine love from the 4th chakra. But with a lover, we experience a different quality of connection that involves our second chakras as well. The combined sharing of energies form these two, and indeed all chakras, sets this person apart from any others on our team. The individual fills a need that we have in a very specific way. If you feel safe enough to open and connect with a lover in this beautiful and deeply rewarding way, your bodies will give you one of the most incredible physical experiences possible. This will fuel your creativity, vision, and stamina for the journey ahead, and it involves the second chakra. Woo-hoo-hoo, Linda. It looks like there may be somebody on the horizon for you. There might be, after all this time. 9. And 9 is the number of the teacher. Interesting. And staying sensual and staying grounded and being in your body fully. Interesting. Wow. I think you might have some interesting times coming up, Linda. Please keep us informed. Sounds like it'd be interesting. That's really cool. Well, do you have any questions, Linda? Or are we good? I'm going to say I think you see what I think we got it. It looks like there may be some very nice surprises in store for you. I hope so. That would be nice. It would give me hope for myself. Not to have one that passes away before I get anything done, if you know what I mean. That's what happened to the last 3. Mm-hmm. Barry is next. Okay, Barry. Tell me when to stop. Just say, oh, stop. Stop it. Stop. Just. Okay, thank you, Pam. Barry, I'm waiting for you to say stop. Okay. I have a feeling I know what's going on here, though. Inspirational reading. In the east. Boots. In the south. Doctor. In the west. Institution in the north. And food in the center. Well, this is quite different than the other readings, isn't it now? This is different again. Okay. And so let's go right to the musher card. Inspirational reading. Inspirational reading. Give me a moment and I'll find that. There it is. Sometimes when we are on a spiritual path, we have an insatiable appetite for knowledge. We read more than one book at a time. We go to workshops. We seek far and wide for a clearer understanding of what we are experiencing, what others say it means, and where it is leading us. This is a very intellectual approach. Interesting. Very intellectual approach to a spiritual journey. At some point, we need to stop reading and stop explanations and move instead towards gentler divine verses and lessons, which may include the Bible, A Course in Miracles, daily meditation, or even devotional day planners. Consider minimal reading in small daily parcels rather than an intense high-volume intake of written material until you come into a more balanced mode of breathing. You might even want to limit yourself to reading a single source for the next 30 days. This is the sixth chakra. So it almost, to me, it's saying you need to focus. You need to focus on one body of information for a while until you get that locked in, right? Not to scatter it, not to scatter. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You need to focus. You're scattering all over the place. And a lot of us do that. That's really, really, really common because we're always looking for information. We come here, see where we come from. If you come from the same place I do, we really respect information. We love it. There, and that's why I said we don't all, we may not all come from the same place. Somebody was saying there is no, where they come from, there's no love, no hate, just the law. And I'm there like, wow, very different from where I come from, because where I come from, there is love and there is learning and there is love of learning and there is love of knowledge and there is knowledge and is and there's a lot of sex. There's a lot of sensuality. So really, I don't think that's the same place, but I like mine better. But if you like yours, that's wonderful. Boots on the ground. I'm hearing boots on the ground. Although mushers are often seen riding on the runners of their sleds, boots are a crucial survival item. Mushers walk, run, push uphill, tramp around a lot more than they ride. Their duties include checking all of their dogs' paws several times per day, making camp, melting snow, cooking for the team. The work requires comfortable, warm, supporting boots. Pay close attention to your own feet if you have drawn this card. Are you giving your body the proper equipment to move through your day? Are you wearing the best shoes for work? Are you properly grounding yourself? Get to the core of how you are able to do everything else in your life. And if you are a caregiver or coach, remember to take care of your needs first. A musher with frostbitten feet endangers the safety and survival of the whole team. And it is the first chakra. Okay, love. You gotta love Barry. You just got to, because he really needs it. Your shoes lost their souls. Oh my goodness, their souls were not saved. You cannot save their souls. I remember seeing Joe versus the volcano, and that actually came up. They used that as as part of the story. Is he looks at the guy and he says, "I'm losing my soul." It's his shoe sole, but yes, he was, because he was working at a place he hated. That was a very hateful place, and he just couldn't stand it anymore. It was making him sick, and he really was losing his soul. So, yes. So look at your soul. Uh, you don't want to lose your soul. Hey, Lewis. Okay, so Barry, you're always trying to make us laugh. Really, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. You have that in your heart, and I know that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to give us a laugh, and it works for me most of the time. It's okay. I think it is funny. And the next one is Doctor Who. No, who knows? Maybe Doctor Who. But Doctor, I said, Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take? Doctor, To relieve this bellyache, put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. I said, Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve the bellyache. Okay. Oh, and your neighbor got some soup. Well, that's lovely. Okay, the doctor card. A successful doctor must blend both a strong intellect with passion and movement to complete medical training and have a practice. Someone with this drive and mental caliber is crucial to your team at this time. They may be a physician or a person with that type of focus and strength who will provide the necessary guidance and support you currently need. If you have had a recent physical, this card may suggest double checking the results of your tests. If you have not had a recent checkup, you might consider scheduling one. This is saying take care of your physical body, boy. You need to take care of your physical body. Yeah. And you need a good doctor to help you take care. Somebody with that kind of focus and strength. Interesting. And this is in the direction of the flow, goals, dreams, water. Interesting. And autumn. Hmm. Yeah, it's saying you might want to consult a doctor about something, maybe. If you've been having a problem, maybe they can put you onto something. Eat less junk food. Yeah, that's usually a good. Ah, yeah, I'm glad your friend got some soup now. That ought to help. Soup, especially when somebody brings you something nice like that, it means the world to people. It really does. Okay, and up in the north is intuition. Oh, number 13. That's different. There you go. Intuition, number 13. Hope you're not triskaidekaphobic. Okay, let me get to that section. I don't know why I was reading that in that voice. Weird voice. 13. Intuition. I will set it down here so that you can see it, although it looks like all the musher cards. 13. Sled dogs are highly intuitive, and mushers are known to count on their team to choose paths around dangerous ice, through storms, and away from unseen dangers. And you know what, Barry? You are one of those people who is very close with your animal. I really feel like this deck is a good one for you. Um, a musher may also develop this ability with practice. You can practice using this sense by first listening and then acting on the information you receive. Over time, you will soon develop confidence in the guidance you receive and strengthen the flow of intuition. The third eye area between the brows is often acknowledged as the seat of intuitive sensing. When someone is developing their intuition, there can be physical sensations in this area of the forehead, which I have had, by the way. I get some really weird ones sometimes. By drawing this card today, you're being led to listen and further develop and trust your own intuition. Pay attention to any energy vibration that will confirm a higher level of activity in your intuitive sensing. It's saying, open your third eye, boy. You don't want to run into that wall. All right. Okay. Actually, this is talking a lot about yeah, developing that third eye. That, hmm. And it says one of the ways you will develop it is by testing it out, trusting it a little bit. Go, try out what you think to see if it's, and the more times you find out that yes, you were right about that, the better and the stronger it'll get. So, mhm. So basically, hmm, very interesting. You need to work on your intuition right now. And it's very possible for you. And that's in the home, the place of the elder, too. There may be an older person who can help you with that. Uh, and it is something you can do from your own home. It's also solidity, something you can make work very solidly in your life. I would say that's very good. Now, the last one is food. And who would have thought that the central issue is food with Barry? Who would have even thought, right? Okay. One of the biggest challenges on a long mushing journey is carrying sufficient food for both the musher and the team. Sled dogs are highly efficient, having developed a metabolism that burns energy from much smaller quantities of food than similar sized dogs. So carrying frozen fish or meat for a team is easier than it would be for a kennel of other breeds. As a musher, keeping fuel going for the body's cells to generate warmth and power in the legs and arms is critical to survival in the bitter cold. Mushers don't generally hunt or have stores along the way. No. So be sure to eat properly for optimal functioning of your body at this time. And always be sure to pack your own high nutrition snacks or meals if you will be on a long trip. Having the best food for you is critical to the completion of your journey. And the best way to ensure this is to pack it yourself. And that is third chakra. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Well, you were right way back there. It's like quit eating junk food, boy. Not good for you. I want you to take care of yourself better. Actually, that's what they seem to be saying for a lot of us. Take care of yourself better, whether it's your mind or your body. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So there you go. And next dish. Who's next? I am relying on my wonderful and brilliant mod to keep track of this because when I'm busy being intuitive, I can't do that too well. I'm just not quite like that for me. Um, let's see. Okay, if you still want one, Jim. Yeah, how would the dogs fare? See, yeah, this is really, I think this deck has a lot to say to you because really, it's saying, but you need food too. You need to take care of yourself too. It's not just about your dogs, it's about you too. Because if you're not taken care of, you can't take care of them. You have to be taken care of too. Okay, so who's going next? Please let me know. I will only go until I am too tired to go. Once I am too tired, I will stop. So I will not promise that I will get to everybody, but I will try. Okay, thank you, Gemini, for that answer because I was waiting. And you can always get one from me later. You have my phone number. And I missed you guys so much. Oh, geez, I missed you guys. I just really, there's been so much going on now between flooding and God knows what else. People having all kinds of issues around me and trying to make their emergencies my emergency, which I try not to allow, but sometimes you can't avoid it. I do miss you guys. I love you. Hope you're feeling a great big hug. I'm going to send it out right now. A nice mother hug for you. Nice mother love hug for you. Okay, Barry, enough of that. Yeah, though. I do. I do just kind of, I do pass out really easy once I get to the point where I just can't take anymore. I can pass out right on the couch sitting up. I used to do that too when I traveled all the time. I would sometimes pull into the drive and be so tired that sitting there still with the car off, I would fall asleep right in the car seat, right in the driver's seat, right there. And my ex would come out and find me in the driver's seat and say, "Hey, what happened? What's going on?" Oh gosh, I fell asleep right in the driver's seat. But that's exhausted adrenals. I didn't realize what was happening to me. Uh, Part of the fibro exhausted adrenal thing. Um, yeah, you know what? I don't see people around the portal too much anymore, and I don't even know when the portal is on half the time. YouTube is not telling me everything. It's like, all right, what's going on? I just have to remember, look at the time and say, oh, gee, this should be on, and then look it up. Oh, he's getting snipped in October. Your puppy is getting snipped. Woo. Well, bum, 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 bum. Okay, who am I reading for? Let's get to going. We did Barry. And who's next? Somebody say, who's next? Somebody say, me. Oh, I want it to be me. Me, 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 me. Lewis is next, you think? Okay. Okay. Is that correct? Yeah, I know I don't watch as much as I used to. I'm looking for information, but I'm not looking for too many chats because it's just too much for me anymore. I spend my resting time resting and not a lot of chatting now. But I do miss you guys. You look like Beaker from the okay. There you go, Lewis. So your job is to tell me when to stop shuffling. Yeah, the group has changed anyway. There's people I don't see. I never see Hetry hardly anymore. I don't see Bomber much. A lot of people I don't see. Strangeland was here last night, but my phone battery just poofed on me. And unfortunately, he is not showing up tonight. which I hate that because I haven't seen him in a while. I'd like to hear what's going on with Todd. Anyway, oh, Louis Ta, there you go. Stop. Okay, and your first card is Sled. Teacher. Atlantis. Well, Louis. Longing. And Pet. Isn't that interesting? Looks pretty interesting. So let's find out. First of all, we start in the east. I've told you what east means. Sled. Sled. And that is number 4 in the musher cards. The sled is a musher's vehicle. To ride on most of the journey, to carry supplies and food for her and her team, to anchor the team on rest breaks. The beauty and functionality of the sled mirror the physical body, and it's multiple purposes. Your physical body is your vehicle in life. Nutrients are important to keep it running. Grounding is important as well. Airborne sleds are in danger of crashing or breaking when they hit a hard surface. What aspects of your current journey need to be anchored back to your physicality? Is your body too heavy or too light? Are you too grounded? Are you not grounded enough? Do you have sufficient strength for the journey ahead? Determine which of these aspects of your vehicle need to be rebalanced or addressed, and make the appropriate changes before forging ahead on your journey. Reflect, repair, and recharge. And that is the 4th chakra. And guess what? That is the heart chakra. And guess what else? Mercury retrograde is coming up, and I'm warning you all because you know, and I have a video about Mercury retrograde. If you guys do not remember that, you can go back to some of the very first videos, and I have something explaining Mercury retrograde. So, but Mercury retrograde, you can anything with re in it, R-E. It's a good time to deal with that. So reflect, repair, and recharge are good goals for Mercury retrograde. So, and that is in the east, the place of air, mental plane, and also business, money, ideas, intellect. Yeah, usually work is there too. Money. Okay, the next card is the teacher. Okay. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. Hot the teacher. Got it bad, so bad. Hot the teacher. Okay. Bad singing aside. Okay. Drawing this card indicates that a new teacher will be coming into your life. Perhaps you were seeking new skills or felt a need to grow, but weren't sure in what direction. Well, this card indicates that the perfect teacher for you at this time is already en route. They might be a spiritual teacher, an artist, a musician, a professional, or a tutor. The possibilities are endless in the range of arts and schools of thought. They might also be a messenger through nature, a pet, a wild animal, a bird, or other living creature who you encounter with you will change your perspective. Regardless of their form, the teacher will be present as a member of your team very soon. So pay close attention. Pay close attention to the teaching, for you will have drawn them to you at the perfect time and place for your growth. And that is the 5th chakra. And the 5th chakra is your throat chakra. So this also indicates creativity and talking and listening. So that's interesting. And that is in the south, the place of fire. I told you the meaning of the directions. I don't think I have to go in that again. Okay. The next one is Atlantis. Oh boy, that sounds like fun. Atlantis 21 in the journey card. The journey card of it. See what 21 is. Cowboy fluff is getting up my nose right now. I still love that little boy, though. 21, Atlantis. 21, interesting. The year that we're in. Okay, the mysteries of Atlantis are still being speculated about by scholars and spiritual seekers alike. One thing they agree upon is the advanced technology developed by this ancient world of beings, thought to have included huge crystals harnessed for use in transportation and other powerful objects. Atlanteans took a very technical route in the late years of their civilization, which may have ultimately caused the sinking of their continent. If you are currently feeling a sense of deja vu, certain high-tech procedures, or metaphysical healing skills, you may also be triggering emotions connected with a lifetime in Atlantis. Allow this possibility to resonate in your body so that you may find clues to assist you in this lifetime. Key issue is spiritual integration, the seventh chakra, which is your crown chakra. So Atlantis, and what I'm getting, that's the flow goal streams. Lewis, you should look in, I don't know if you know what this word means, but you should probably do. You probably do. If you can't, if you don't, you can find it. You were from there. Okay. I believe that that is the advanced civilization that we're finding all over the world. And I believe Atlantis rising again is the knowledge of these places rising again. That maybe physically parts of it will rise too, but that actually us realizing that there was a worldwide, very advanced culture here before us and having the proof of it. And if you need some channels to look at, I would recommend John Levy. I would recommend Praveen Mohan. I have some great places for you to look. Paul Cook does some good stuff. He has some interesting pictures. Michelle Gibson. But I am telling people lately, I have had a message that you guys need to start looking into Antiquitech. They had the answers to a lot of our problems. What got them was being caught unprepared. They got hit very suddenly. What I got from it is the reason they collapsed is they got hit very suddenly by something and they just weren't quite prepared. They had gotten used to a very high standard of living, much like we have. How good would most of us do without our modern conveniences? They got used to it. They weren't ready. And I'm not sure that it wasn't an intentional thing that happened, but I can't prove any of that. Anyway, Atlantis. And it's interesting that you know that. I'm from there too. Probably we knew each other. Yep. Okay. So the next one is longing. Yeah, I'm beginning to get tired anyway, so that's kind of good. Um, yeah, because you can hit me up. You have my phone number, Pam. If you need a reading, just call. That's always there for you. Okay, longing. Longing. And it's interesting because this is in the area of water, Atlantis. Kind of funny, huh? Okay, Lewis. Up top here, the place of the home or the elder in the north. Solidity. Longing. Oh, I know what this is about. You're longing for that time, that place. I know what this is about. I can feel that. I feel that way myself. You know, you don't come from here. This is not your world. It's not that it isn't your world. You're not the right version. The way things are right now, just you've never been comfortable here. The way things are in the inverted matrix. You may have experienced at times, and this is what they say, longing. There. You may have experienced at times a deep sadness, like you did not belong, or were weary of the struggles to move through the challenges of life. May have felt like in your upper chest, like there was a homesickness. You may even have expressed inwardly or outwardly a desire to just go home. Although those words could indicate depression or suicidal tendency, if they are said with passion and heart, they could also be interpreted as a desire to reconnect with your own inner self. And this process does not require any more than going within, meditating, listening, and hearing our soul's guidance. Many healers describe clients as individuals who just have a longing to return home, to find that inner connection. Pain or discomfort in their lives eventually signal a deeper spiritual longing that is being denied. Consider the area of your life your current journey is really about. Connect inward, perhaps through meditation, journaling, or healing work. This could help you to find and accept that this longing is natural. Acknowledging it could unleash a lot of passion, creativity, and renewed focus on your life's journey. And I would say that probably most of my crew here are from Atlantis, that I knew you in Atlantis. So basically, you want to go home. So do we all. You want to leave the matrix. Yeah, the inverted matrix sucks. We are leaving it, no matter what it looks like. I do have a few things to say about that before I go off today. If you want to stay for that message, you are welcome to do so. Uh, but this is going to be my last reading for the night. Okay, the center of this is pet. Wow. Well, I was one of those people who kept trying to warn them too, and became a political problem. I was very political back in those days. Couldn't keep my mouth shut about things. Yep. That's how I got into trouble, though. It's also how a lot of my friends got into trouble. I'll tell you about it someday. I've mentioned a few things about it. I don't think I've ever told the whole story. But Let's see, 15. Trying to get, oh, here, these pages stick a little bit, it's new. Pets are often permanent members of a support team, serving various roles as companions, protectors, confidants, playmates. Whatever their role, a pet currently takes center stage in your life by offering a unique contribution to your journey, as well as answers to your current question. They may guide you to solutions in unexpected ways. So be alert for any information, people, plants, or ideas that connect to you through a pet. Here we go with pets again. Mhm. Okay. I think that is pretty, I think that's pretty explained now. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Yes, if you can, and I understand it's the end of the month for some of you, it's a rough time. But if you can, and if you feel it, please do, because I am having some issues over here. I had a very, very rough summer. Not not a bad one exactly, but there was a lot going on this summer that I have to deal with. So I'm dealing with it, but it's really been something. Um, and trying to get back to this, which is one of my loves. You guys are my loves. I love you guys, and I miss you guys, and I do want to get back in more often. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, I think readings are done tonight. I'm done. I just can't push it too much or I will be regretting it tomorrow. So I'm just going to talk a little bit now about some things that I have found out, maybe, or I might save some of it for tomorrow. But in general, I would like to say, even though things look so dark, I kept saying what we need to do, what all of this is happening for. Let me get these cards put together. When I'm getting a little tired, multitasking gets hard. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Now, when we have a situation like we've got right now, even if it's just in your personal life, but this is the world at large, what we're being led to do is to learn how to stand up for ourselves and not be doormats. Now, my mother taught me to be a doormat. She really did. There are some people who you were trained to be a doormat. You have to learn how to take up for yourself the right way. And I still have trouble ever standing up for myself without feeling like something horrific is going to happen to me because I do that, because I did that. Even if I am totally in my rights to do it. But you see, right now, the whole human race is getting challenged to stand up for itself. And we must do that. We must. Because this is the last roundup. If we don't stand up for ourselves now, they're going to slam the doors shut and throw away the key, and this is going to be not a nice place. We must free our minds most of all, and our spirits. But this is not done by running away. This is not done by flying out of our bodies and run away. No. Meditating our way out of it. Oh, yes, meditation is important. But taking action is also important. and keeping your thoughts in proper alignment with what you really want, and keeping a picture in your mind of what the goal is and not letting yourself get scattered or unfocused, which there will be many, many things trying to unfocus you. As soon as you decide that you're going to concentrate on something, that's when everything in the whole world is going to try and challenge you and say, oh no, look over here. Oh no, look over there. Oh no, look, wait a minute. I got to create this. Fix this for me. That's when everything like that happens. And you have to do what you can, but then back off and say, this is all I can do. This is all I can do. And now I have to take up for myself. And, we were all very polite in the beginning of these situations the situation we find ourselves in. And we were nice and we were patriotic and we complied with everything. Now we need to not. We need to not. And we need to all not comply together. We need to do it together. Okay? Because if just one or two of us do it, just a few, we're going to get swatted down. But if we all stand up together, we're strong. Well, people have said this before. I know it looks pretty dark. And what have we said? We have said this has been allowed to happen. We have the most bloodthirsty situation in our top areas of leadership right now. The most bloodthirsty team. They have left. I don't want to say too much. I'm certainly not going to get demonetized because I've never been monetized here, but I don't want to get a strike or anything. However, I do want to say there is blood dripping right now from our politicians' hands. There's blood all over them. They left 24 Apaches, one of the greatest war machines in the world, the greatest war machine in the world, according to some people. We left 24 of them. We only have 28. This is what I'm hearing. We left them there for free for the Taliban to just take and use. And don't you think there's going to be much more blood? And this alone, if that were the only thing. But then there's the south border. The south border, I don't know if you've been keeping up with that, but that is a horrible situation. We have somebody right now who can't even string together a proper sentence. He's worse than I am on a bad day, on a bad night with total brain fog. I mean, we have to stand up for ourselves or we are lost. We have to do it. That's what this has all been about. Now, there is somebody who was saying, well, you guys walking off your jobs, you don't know what you're doing. You're paving the way for robots. They're going to put robots in all the jobs. And then we're going to have Hunger Games and so on and so forth. It's like, well, if that is the plan, that might be the plan. That could be the plan, yes. However, I don't think it's going to turn out that way because nothing they've done has turned out quite the way they expected it to turn out. They expected people to be more deeply asleep. Instead, they are getting more woke up. China is trying to control everything. Canada, the United States. China has openly said that if there was an agreement that we will not use a nuke on you and you will not use a nuke on us. If you don't nuke us, we won't nuke you. Guess what? They've taken that off the table now. There's no such agreement with this administration. Why? Because they know he's weak. They don't fear him. They don't respect him. And they certainly don't respect her. We're not going to use any names. They don't respect either one of them. They know that they got us between a rock and a hard place with these two. I would say Dumb and Dumber. They don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would love to be proud of America. I would love to be proud of America again. Right now, I feel apologetic all the time. I meet somebody new online and I feel like I should be saying, gee, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm American. We didn't want it this way. I'm sorry. We didn't mean for it to happen like this. People were hypnotized into believing it was all going to be better. Even one of my shaman friends. And I looked at him finally after the debacle in Afghanistan and said, how do you feel now? Still feel like he was the right guy? Well, he was, in a way. They are the right team. They are exactly the right team because people were going, oh, Trump. Okay. Well, this is what you got instead. This is what you picked. This is what you wanted. It was going to solve everything. That was the guy. And what happened? What's happening now? Well, you had to know what the consequences are of picking this guy because people were BS'd. People were gaslighted. Lots of lies were told. And I'm sorry, but now you're seeing why so many of us did not want this. Now, here's something that my friend Tanya told me. She looked into this about, I hope I can put this delicately because sometimes the algorithms will get you for talking about certain things. But when it comes to voting, if you are registered with a particular party and you want to vote for somebody in the other party, your vote is not counted. She looked into this. Your vote is not counted because you did not vote within your party. So if you are a Republican or a Democrat and you vote the opposite way, your vote doesn't count. And that is wrong and shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. So when time comes again, make sure that you are registered correctly with the correct party of your choice. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to solve all our ills. I'm not saying that everything's going to be fine, peachy, and rosy. But it's going to be, it has to be better. There's got to be something better than what we've got. And we better jolly well make sure that that happens. Okay. That's how I'm going to put that. And that's my little soapbox for tonight, is just realize that there are all these little tricks and traps and loopholes that even if you have a specific will, they can still do things against the will of people because of these tricks and traps. So just letting you know. I love you all. We have to stay focused on bringing in the most positive possible times. Because when we transition out of here, it's going to make a difference where you end up, where you land on your way out. Okay. I love you all. I'm sending hugs, I'm sending angels, and I'm sending love and light. And somebody doesn't like that, it's tough. And I'm telling you, this is ocean making waves. Now go out and make some of your own. And be kind to each other. Everybody's going through a lot. Stand up for yourself. Now or never. It's time. And if you like this channel, please try to promote it. Like, share, subscribe, spank that like button. It likes it. It's kinky. Hit the bell. Hit the ringy dingy for all. Tell people that you think would be interested. And I want to thank you all for coming. I love you. I really do. I miss you so much. I'll try and be on more as I have the energy to do so. Good night. And never forget that you are divine. You are divine. And here's another little secret. They can't kill you until you agree to it. Because you are divine. Yes. And as a matter of fact, if we all claim our power, they won't be able to do jack diddly squat to us without our permission, because we are divine. So the number one goal must be to reclaim our power. The power that we've always had, that we just haven't been able to see. And part of that power comes when we stand together. Okay, good night, and dream well.